Okay, so welcome back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at subtraction. Now subtraction is done the exact same way. Again, line up the decimal point and then subtract either left to right or right to left, and make sure that all the columns are lined up neatly. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do here. So notice that we're taking these dollar amounts, so we're going to subtract these. So I'm going to set it up and I'm going to do it vertically. So this is going to be 437.56 minus 41. And so I'm going to put in the zeros for placeholders. And so now I'm going to subtract. Okay, so 4 times 0 is 4. Now I can't subtract, so I'm going to borrow. So this is going to become 3, 13. So this becomes 9. 6, 5, 6. So the answer is going to be $396.56. Okay. Now what about the next one? The next one is going to set it the same way. I'm going to line up the decimal points. So this is going to be 19.452, 7.3617. And so I'm going to subtract. And so I'm putting a 0 here for a placeholder. And now I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to subtract 1 from 0 gives me 1. 9 minus 7 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. And now here I get 5 minus 6, so I'm going to have to borrow. So that's going to be 0. And so 15 minus 6 is 9. 2 minus 1 is 1. And then I'm going to have to borrow again, so that becomes 0. And I get 10 minus 7 is 3. And so my answer becomes 12.0903. And that's it. And then the last one is 36 minus 11. Oops, let me write that a little better. 11.132. So now I'm going to put zeros here, right? Okay, so I added a decimal. So remember, any whole number, 33, any whole number has a decimal point there. We just don't write it because there's nothing to the right of it, okay? So, but when I put the placeholder zeros here, I put a decimal there, okay? So again, lining up the decimal. And so now I'm just going to subtract left to right. So 3 minus 1 is 2, 6 minus 1 is 5. And now I'm going to borrow. So this is going to become 4, and this is going to become 1, or 10. So 10 minus, drop the decimal point. 10 minus 1 is 9. And then I'm going to borrow. That becomes 8. And this becomes 10. 10 minus 3 is 7, but then I'm going to borrow again, so that becomes 6, and this becomes 10, and 10 minus 2 is 8. And so my final answer is 24.868. And that's how you do it. Have a great day.